Hi, I'm Stacey. So today I want to talk about the pressure that we put on ourselves and the fact that quite often it's unnecessary. So I've had loads of conversations with people, and obviously sticking to your diet can be quite tough. And there's been things like, you know, I'm struggling because I come in from work, I'm looking after the kids, I've got to make tea, I've got to do the washing, and then, you know, I'm absolutely starving, so then I end up grabbing something, I end up going off plan. And actually, when you look at it, is that the way it has to be? And I always say, like, is the world going to stop spinning if you don't do tea as soon as you walk through that door? You know, would it be a terrible thing for you to actually get in from work and actually have 20 minutes just to yourself, just for you? Because the thing is, we put ourselves to the bottom of the pile. Everybody runs around after the kids. You know, our kids, our partners, they're so important to us, and we look after them first and foremost, and we leave ourselves last. And the thing is, this is where the problem lies, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. So we think, well, a lot of people think that it's been selfish and that they have no choice but to put these things before themselves, when actually in reality you would do better. I realise that actually I would be happier and do better if I took care of myself first, made sure that my cup was full, and then I can pour from that cup and give more. You know, it's the wrong way around. When we are looking after everybody before ourselves and we've got nothing left in us, we end up not giving as good a quality to people as we can. We end up being snappy, we end up being short, we end up letting ourselves down because we're running around and we don't have time to think about ourselves, so we end up going off plan with our diet. And quite often all these things are just self-imposed. Like, we don't have to do things this way, we're just programmed to do it. So my challenge to you is to look at where you're struggling and ask yourself, is it the reality? Do you have to do things this way, or is it completely self-imposed? You know, like exercise. We all feel that, you know, we think, oh, we're going to go on a diet, and we feel that we have to do exercise. Well, 5 months ago, I were 4 stone heavier, and the thought of running or any exercise used to make me want to vomit, to be honest. And I did this exact thing. I looked at it and thought, do I have to do exercise? Well, no, you don't actually, because exercise is really good for you. It makes you healthy. But actually, when it comes to weight loss, it doesn't matter. You can lose, you know, predominantly it's your food. So I gave myself permission to not do exercise, because do you know what? It was adding a pressure to me. And the minute I did that, I absolutely flew. The weight flew off me. I didn't feel pressured. I was happier. Certain, like other things, you know, I wasn't getting any time for myself. So I created a window of time where, and I told my family, I said, listen, I love you all, but I just need 20 minutes to myself each day. And when I did that, my goodness, like, my cup was full. I was pouring from a full cup, so I was being happier. I was more energetic. I was looking after myself. I was sticking to my diet, so my self-esteem was increasing. You know, we have to put ourselves first. And just look at your life and ask yourself, are the stresses and pressures that I've got in my life 100% out of my control, or are there things that I can do to give myself permission to ease that pressure? You don't have to come in from work and do a load of washing and make everyone's tea. You don't have to do that. You can have 20 minutes to yourself. You can sit down, you can have a cup of tea, you can have your product or your healthy meal. You don't have to do exercise, you know, by telling yourself that, oh, I'm going to start my diet on Monday, but I've got to get my head in the game, I've got to go for a run. You don't. You really don't. Just focus on one thing. Focus on your diet. Focus on that. And then put yourself first. And actually look at all these things that you think that you have to do, because 9 times out of 10 you don't have to do any of it, and there are different ways. It's just we have to give ourselves permission, and we have to stop trying to really what's the word? I can't even think of the word. We have to stop putting ourselves to the bottom of the pile and then expecting us to be able to function like we've got more energy than anyone. We can't give to everybody all the time. And, you know, we have to put ourselves first. The happier you are, the more focused you are, the more content you are, the more energy you will have, the better you will function in your family. You'll be a better wife or husband, you will be a better parent, you will function better in your business. You know, when we're spinning a million cups and not actually looking after ourselves, that's where the bricks start to tumble. And things like our diet, you know, we're obviously on a diet for a reason. We're not happy, you know, so losing weight will make us feel happier. So that's what we need to focus on, and we need to put it as a priority, because as much as it doesn't, you know, it's like everything else is more important. Of course your kids and your partner are more important, but really that focusing on that is the most important thing, because it will make you happier. You're obviously not going to let your kids starve. You're going to do the washing, you're going to do all these things, but they don't have to be done at that specific time when you are floundering. So just take the pressure off yourself, be kind to yourself, and just see what happens. Because honestly, once you give yourself permission to just relax and take the pressure off, life starts to unfold in magical ways, and your diet will feel a lot easier because you haven't got all these things getting in your way constantly. So give it a go, be kind to yourself. You don't have to be everything to everyone at all times. You need to look after you, and you need to make sure that that cup is full so that when you're pouring from it, you've got something to give. So take care, give it a go, see you later. If you like this video, please do give it a like and a share, and do comment, because I love to hear from you. And if you want to go on your own one-to-one diet journey, do get in touch, because I'm a consultant and I can help you do the same that I've done. So speak to you soon.